the Principal, Professor Dr. Muhammad Ejaz Bhatt, to present his report. Professor Dr. Muhammad Ejaz Bhatt.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Muhammad Nizamuddin, Chairperson, Punjab Higher Education Commission, honorable guests, faculty members, and my dear students, I welcome all of you to the second convocation of the Government College Township, Lahore. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the students who have successfully passed their academic levels and have been selected for degrees, roll of honors, and gold medals. It is a happy day for you, your parents, relatives, your teachers. Such moments of success are achieved by hard work, struggle, and desire for knowledge, and all of you have met this criteria. The quest for knowledge lies at the heart of an educational institution. The challenge for the higher education institution seeking to excel in 21st century is to bid farewell to status quo and to respond well to the changing dynamics of the educational sector. Government College Township, Lahore is proactive in the pursuit of bringing a social contract between the academia and the society. This proactivity is being demonstrated by arranging interdisciplinary seminars on a recurrent basis, building linkages with professional association through memoranda of understanding, promoting co-curricular activities, and planning national and international conferences to attract researchers across the globe. Worthy Chief Guest, Government College Township is an institution that has achieved success in all fields in the span of 1 decade. Here I would like to tell the audience that this alma mater was declared the best college of the whole country in 2012, and it was rated in W category by Higher Education Commission, Government of Pakistan. We consider it the first step towards our cherished destination. I, my colleagues, and the whole staff of this college are putting their efforts for the success of this institution. Worthy Chief Guest, about 4,000 students are currently studying in this college at inter, graduate, and postgraduate level. The number of applicants is increasing every year, which shows its ascending graph. In this regard, we are thankful to Allah Almighty. Our vision is to introduce such academic program in future through which our students can become a catalyst for knowledge economy and human resource development. Since we are living in the 21st century, the prime resource of any country is the quality of its human resource. It comes up to the slogan, putting mind over resources. It is our good fortune that the Government of Punjab has established Higher Education Commission on the provincial level for the promotion of higher education and the betterment of the hitherto neglected college sector, and posted a very dynamic and highly educated person like you as its first chairman. We hope that under your chairmanship and guidance, Government College Township will materialize its vision, inshallah. Honorable Sir, due to increasing enrollment of students and the launching of new academic programs, we are running short of classrooms. Moreover, the access to knowledge generating and disseminating seminar is quite limited owing to the absence of proper auditorium. If both these deficiencies are met with the patronage of Provincial Higher Education Commission, the academic and multidisciplinary excellence may further get a boost, and we are optimistic that your charismatic leadership will be instrumental in equipping this college with the requisite infrastructure. In the end, I again congratulate the recipients of degrees, roll of honors, and gold medals, their parents and children and teachers. Worthy Chief Guest, I am thankful to you from the core of my heart that you graced the second convocation of the Government College Township as the Chief Guest and spare time for us from your very, very busy schedule. I am thankful to my colleagues who remained available to me around the clock for making this event successful. My very special gratitude goes to the Mr. Masood Ahmed, Director Convocation, for making all out arrangements in holding this second convocation. Last but not the least, the services of non-teaching staff, the gardeners, the sanitary workers, and the security guards have been appreciable. Thank you very much.
In MA Political Science in 2012, and as a token of recognition, she has been entitled to receive gold medal, Miss Anna Mazam. Sayyida Sadia got 790 marks in MSc Mathematics, a distinctive success. She had a first class and she topped the list of students in 2012 in college, and as a token of appreciation she has been entitled to receive gold medal, Sayyida Sadia. Sadia Alam. Miss Sadia Alam got first position in MA English in 2012. She has been outstanding not only in domestic exams but also in the final exam, and as a token of recognition she has been awarded a gold medal, Miss Sadia Alam. Humaira Mumtaz. Miss Humaira Mumtaz got 673 marks and she has been at the top of the list in college. As a token of recognition, she has been awarded a gold medal. I may mention here that Sadia has been outstanding in co-curricular activities, primarily in quiz competitions. Miss Humaira Mumtaz. I beg your pardon, not Miss Sadia, but Humaira Mumtaz has been outstanding in co-curricular as well. 2013 gold medalists, MAMSC. Hafiza first in college. She has been entitled to receive gold medal, Rabia Khalid. Nadia Khan. Nadia Khan stood first in MA Urdu in college by securing 628 marks in the session 2013. On account of her standing first, she has been entitled to receive academic gold medal. Nadia Khan. Farhat Nazir. Ms. Farhat Nazir stood first in MA Economics in college in the year 2014. On account of her getting first position, she has been entitled to receive gold medal. Farhat Nazir. Ms. Tahreem Tariq. Ms. Tahreem Tariq got first position in MSc Mathematics in the year 2014. On account of her standing first in college, she has been entitled to receive gold medal. Ms. Tahreem Tariq. Mr. Rabi Nisar.
बेटा साथ हो जो
Mr. Rabi Nisar got 695 marks in MA Masscom in the year 2014. He stood first in his class, and as a token of recognition, he has been entitled to receive gold medal. Mr. Rabi Nisar. Sayyida Rida Fatma performed in an outstanding way in MA English by securing 467 marks in MA English and got first in college. As a token of recognition, she has been entitled to receive gold medal. Sayyida Rida Fatima. Varda Kamal. Ms. Varda Kamal got first position in MA Urdu in the year 2014. On account of her standing first in college, she has been entitled to receive gold medal. Ms. Varda Kamal. Hafiz Muhammad Iqbal. Hafiz Muhammad Iqbal got 731 marks in MA Islamiyat in the year 2014. He stood first in college. As a token of recognition, he has been entitled to receive gold medal. Hafiz Muhammad Iqbal. Now we come to the gold medalists. On the gold medalists, BA, BSc and BCom. Muhammad Imran. Mr. Muhammad Imran stood first in college in BA in the year 2012. On account of his brilliant success, he has been entitled to receive gold medal. Mr. Muhammad Imran.
हाँ भाई
Mr. Tahir Nazir stood first in college in BSc in the year 2012. On account of his brilliant success, he has been entitled to receive gold medal. Mr. Tahir Nazir.
और आउट हो गए ओके नहीं
Mr. Ahmad Fuzail Ibn Said.
ओके
Mr. Ahmad Fuzail Ibn Said stood first in BA in the year 2013. He is the son of our worthy faculty member, and he, on account of his brilliant success, has been entitled to receive gold medal. Mr. Ahmad Fuzail Ibn Said. Muhammad Saqib. Muhammad Saqib got 595 marks in BSc, stood first in college in the year 2013, and on account of his standing first in college, he has been entitled to receive gold medal. Muhammad Saqib. Rabia Aslam.
जी बेटा चालू
Miss Rabia Asghar got 10,033 marks in BCom in the year 2013. On account of her standing first in college, she has been entitled to receive gold medal. Miss Rabia Asghar. Mr. Mujahid Munir. Mr. Mujahid Munir got 628 marks out of 800 in BA in the year 2014, a brilliant success on account of his standing first in college by getting 628 marks. Mr. Mujahid Munir has been declared the recipient of gold medal. Mr. Mujahid Munir. Mr. Nabil Afzal. Mr. Nabil Afzal got 628 marks out of 800 in BSc, stood first in college, and has been entitled to receive gold medal. Nabil Afzal. Mr. Muhtasham Ali. Mr. Muhtasham Ali got 1,019 marks in BCom in the year 2014. On account of his standing first in college, he has been awarded gold medal. Mr. Muhtasham Ali. A thundering round of applause towards the culmination of this phase. Now,
in the future, that's the competition in the country. Outside country, we go beyond the degree. They don't need our PhDs or MPhil. They need our skilled, trained human resources, and they're willing to allow you to come and work. That's the challenge I think is available to us, to all of us today. And I want to appeal this to parents, that please don't stop it here. It's just one stage, one milestone that you achieve with your children. Now prepare them for the job market, for the life. And that training and job market for life has now begun. Of course, it should have begun earlier, but the way it is, the way our syllabus, curriculum, examination system works, we are always focusing on getting the highest marks, getting the first class. So we have to follow the curriculum, syllabus that is currently developed. But now the time has come, now you have achieved that milestone. Let's go start rethinking, examining where you want to go from here. What field you want to select for yourself. A generic degree of master's, I can understand mass communication media has a specialized field. But economics, political science, history, Urdu, literature, apart from teaching job that you can apply in the Publicist Commission, there again you will find the competition for MPhil. You will be competing with MPhil degree holders. So I think if you have a special training of teachers training, how to become a good teacher, special degree in teachers training, beyond your degree, then you might be prepared for a good teaching assignment in college or in the school system. Because in the commission, Punjab High Commission, we are planning to introduce training academies for teachers. So far, our teachers for colleges are not properly, formally trained. Of course, there are some training programs here and there, but there's no regular institution where they should go before they start teaching in a college. And I think England and Scotland and any places, you cannot teach in a college or school without having a license to teach. we should also be training them. You cannot become a civil servant without having gone to the Walton Academy for 6 months. Even after qualifying exam, after being selected, you have to go to Walton for 6 months training. So our teachers should also have training at least, not 6 months, 6 to 8 weeks, basic pedagogy, basic teaching methodology there should be. That's the program we are starting. And if you are trained in that, you will be having a better edge on the others who are not trained. Secondly, we want to start this idea of skill development disciplines in the existing colleges, and we can think, I can already think that your college had that potential to begin that process of skill development training programs over and beyond the degree programs, or as part of your degree programs. You could do both ways. We could sit down with you and with University of Punjab, develop curriculum that this subject that you are teaching in MA, MSc or BA, BSc, you can add some new subjects as optional subjects. Those who want to really be going out and compete in the global world, they should take those subjects. And that's the thinking I have in mind to discuss with you in the future. And I'm preparing a program to select few colleges in Punjab, and you offer a good, excellent opportunity for us to begin that process here. So I hope your faculty and your college council will discuss this issue and see how we can change the profile. You already have a unique profile in terms of colleges compared to other colleges. You achieve that distinction. So if you start this new initiative, I feel that you will have a great chance of higher success in what you call preparing our faculty and students for knowledge economy. We all need knowledge economy. We have greater challenges in Pakistan. We have a great challenge to see how we can manage our China economic corridor. We need skilled human resources to be on the highways, the motorways they're building. We need to build cities. We need to build markets there. And those cities and markets have to be manned, staffed by skilled human resources. You cannot be just having a general degree go and work there. We need skilled human resources. So in that challenge, which is a great challenge for us in Pakistan today, we need to develop skilled human resources on the economy. So I think all in all, I want to again congratulate all the degree holders, gold medalists, the stakeholders, and the graduates of 13, 12, and 14. It's a great occasion that you are celebrating, and I have been to this is the first college convocation I've gone to, because mostly I've gone to the university convocation, but this is the way they organized, very carefully, very pleasant environment. I want to congratulate the director of the convocation and the principal of the college and the faculty for really putting together. It's a great, very elegant convocation ceremony and very well disciplined, well organized performance. Once again, I want to congratulate the parents, the students, and the faculty and staff for putting together this great grand ceremony of convocation, the second convocation. Once again, congratulations.
I request the worthy principal on behalf of the faculty and the students of Government College Township Lahore to present a special souvenir to the guest of honor, a souvenir along with the portrait of Pakistan. Please put your hand together, a souvenir, and the portrait of Pakistan. We are much obliged that you grace the occasion. It's a memorable one.